Now all this light that you see right here, this is strictly from the light up on the dash. I covered up the headlight on the auger housing. Let's take that cover off. Boom. Brightens everything right up. I installed this light kit on my Ariens Deluxe 24, and I'll show you how to do it step by step. Hey guys and gals, welcome to Garage Gear. I'm JB. This is the Ariens Auger Housing LED Light Kit. The part number is 721-05500, and it's made to give an additional 20 feet of lighting to Ariens Compact, Deluxe, Platinum, Professional, and Sno-Thro models produced after 2012. Let there be light. First step, disconnect the spark plug. And for all those that get worked up every time I disconnect the spark plug, there it says it in the manual, so take it up with Ariens. Next, we're taking off our clean out tool. And next, we have to drill out these rivets holding on this clean out tool holder. We are going up in the world. Now to drill those rivets out, the manual says that we have to drill it out with a 9/32 drill bit. Here we go. Doesn't help that it just keeps spinning in there. So what I'm gonna do is get underneath and grab this end of the rivet with some channel lock pliers. Lock these on there so it can hold it. And now we'll drill and hold from both ends. That's better. Did we get it? The top broke off and the bottom pulled out. Not bad. Let's move the chute the other way. Reach underneath, clamp the other one. And then we're gonna hold the other one from the bottom and drill. Much more efficient. Just kind of slowly working at it. There it is. We got both ends, baby. And there is our clean out tool holder, and it's got some shards of metal on it. I'm just gonna vacuum up the rest of these shards. I'd rather do that than buff it off with a towel because those will scratch the surface of the paint. Now Ariens gives us this template, and this is here for drilling any holes if necessary. Now if you have a Deluxe, a Platinum, a Professional, this lines right up with all the holes, all four, and help line this video up with the YouTube algorithm. Would you mind hitting that like button? Thank you very much. So we don't need to do any drilling on this model, but if you have a compact Ariens, you're gonna have to drill some holes, and that's what this template is for. Now, since I don't need this for my model, the instructions say to just simply discard this. We do not use it. Now, next, we're gonna connect our LED light and our wire harness. For this is super simple, but make sure that you do this step. You wanna disconnect this front panel just by simply pulling on the plastic a little bit, just gently, and the LED light will come right off. Next, you're gonna take your black plastic clip end here and insert it into the light. Now be very careful, there are two metal prongs that have to insert themselves into these little holes right here. Make sure you do this slowly and carefully so that way you don't bend those metal prongs. So we're just gonna gently glide this guy in and boom, snap it into place. Now I'm just gonna reconnect that faceplate, line everything back up and just open it up ever so gently and snap it back into place. Then we're going to take our wire harness, and there are two little prongs here and then a hole out the back for the wire to slide out of. So we're just going to wiggle that into place, and then out the exit hole. Pretty simple. Now before I drop this headlight into place, what I want to do first is protect this part of the panel because I'm not going to be touching this for quite some time. So I'm going to do what we do best here on this channel. Lube it up. I'm just gonna use our good old friend fluid film, give it a quick little coat, and then just wipe it around gently. Thin winds, thick sticks, just a little bit will do here. Perfect. We're going to pop our new clean out tool holder in place. Then from here, I'm gonna take my two smallest bolts, and then from here, just drop them into those holes. Perfect. And then from here, I'm gonna drop it like it's hot, right in a spot, right into those two holes. Get on there. There we go. And as an additional step, I'm just gonna add a pinch of thread locker onto each of those bolts. Drop it in. And then same thing here on this side, just a little bit of thread locker, drop it in. This will help hold on my nuts, and good. Now just so we're clear here, the nut on the bottom is a 10 millimeter and the bolt on the top is an 8 millimeter. So make sure you tighten them both down. Snug city, baby. Same thing on the other one. Snug it down. That ain't going anywhere. Next we have two plastic screws, and these are each going into the bottom of the plastic housing. We're gonna thread these in by hand because we don't wanna strip them. And then we'll just tighten them on down. Cool, anything over here? Good. She's on. I'll tell you what, this has gotta be one of the baddest looking snowblowers on the block right now. You know you've reached full-blown adulthood when you're pimping out your snowblower. So now we gotta play the wiring game, and from here I'm gonna run the wire down, the first mount, for this wire will be right here, and then the second mount will be on this side. Ariens says in the instruction manual the mount should be here, but I'm gonna mount it here just so I can get this cover on and off a little bit easier without the cable being bunched up here in the way. Then the cable runs around the engine, coming around to the back, over just below on this side. So now I've sprayed a lot of product on this snowblower over the last year or so. So what I'm gonna do is just buff it dry to start, really clean this area out, because I want to get any WD-40 or fluid film that I sprayed out of the way. These little mounts are where we're going to hold our wire into place, and we got to get this surface clean before we attach them because they just simply stick right on. That's looking pretty good so far, but Ariens recommends also wiping this area with some mineral spirits or some other kind of solvent to help clean off any grease or debris. I'm gonna use something like isopropyl alcohol. This should do just fine. It looks like I already got the area really clean. And we're just gonna wipe this area, hit it with a dry towel, spotless. So now I'm just gonna peel this guy off. Hopefully it's extra tacky. And we're just gonna line things up and stick it right there. Press it on hard. Doesn't seem to wanna move. That's a good sign. Looks pretty good. Then next, I'm gonna do here on this panel, not where Ariens recommends over here. I know I'm breaking the rules. So I'm gonna get this as clean as I can. Buff it first. That looks really, really clean. And again, we'll wipe it with some isopropyl alcohol. Clean it up. Seem to pull off a little bit more gunk. And then we'll just take a dry towel and wipe it clean. Then from here, we're gonna take our other mount, peel off the backing. It's like opening an Oreo. No, Oreos are not a sponsor of this video. I'm just gonna tack this guy into place. Stick it on, put some pressure on it. I don't think that's going anywhere. Looks good to me. Now from here in each of those spots, you're just gonna send a zip tie through, and then same thing over here, except we're gonna go up now. Go up and through, dog. This ain't that complicated. There you go. There it is, got it. And then we're just gonna place the wire inside, but I'm not gonna close them up yet. Now right here, this is our J hook, or JB hook as I like to call them. And from here, what I'm gonna do is take out our chute control cable, slide in our new cable, and then slide back into place our chute control cable. Everything sits nicely and is held in place right there. And from here, the rest of our cable is just gonna go right underneath our oil drain spout and off to the right. Now this cable right here is powering quite a bit of stuff. It's actually powering our heated hand grips and our LED light up here on the dash. Don't let that confuse you. Let me show you what we got to do. This wire right here leads up to our LED hand grips and our light, and then this wire leads up into the engine. We're going to disconnect this right here. And then from here, we have a male end and a female end. And on this wire coming from our Auger housing LED light kit, we have a male end and a female end. And we all know what happens when they get together. We're gonna take our female end from our engine and we're gonna take our male end from our Auger housing LED light. We're gonna connect those, push them tight, just like so. And then sparks are about to fly. It's getting electric in here. We're gonna take our female end from our Auger housing light and connect it up to our LED light up on the dash along with our heated hand grips. Snap them in, press them tight. Now that we've made our connections, what we gotta do is mount this wire here to this back bolt that's mounting down the engine. Man, they don't make that easy to get at. I can't get a socket in there, so we're just gonna loosen this up. There we go. We're just gonna have to work it off. This is a 1/2-inch wrench. Off it comes, and so does our lock washer. Good. At least the bolt doesn't fall in like it did on the Predator engine. And according to the manual, we're gonna take our new JB clamp and we're going to face it downward like so. Then we're gonna put our lock washer on top and bolt it back on. From here, we're just gonna tighten it down with a wrench and good. Now I've taken this wrench and I have tightened it down as best that I could. Now Ariens recommends to torque that bolt back down to 106 to 158 pound-inches, not pound-feet. So you're gonna need a different kind of torque wrench for that, one that's in pound-inches. Now the problem is though, I can't get this torque wrench in there with a 1/2-inch socket because it's so tight to this corner of the engine block. So the only way to really get this tight is to use a crowfoot adapter on the end of this torque wrench and then click it into place. I'll get one, I'll torque it down, but for now, I just snugged it down with a wrench. It'll be fine. From here, we can take our wire, feed it down and underneath, and then slip it right into that new JB hook. Perfect. And we could even tuck this nice and tight up against our cover. That looks clean. Now I'm gonna take this one extra step. I have all this wire loom tubing here. I have tons of it. And what I'm gonna do is cover that wire to protect it. So what I'm gonna do is take this wire loom and cover that wire all the way up to about this first JB hook here, because things start to get a little tight as we go here around the back. And I'll have some of this wire loom linked below, but we're just gonna open it up, stick it on our wire, and then just start feeding it in. Go, looking pretty good so far. Okay, that looks pretty good. We're right to that JB hook. Now I'm gonna come back up here to the front and then take our zip tie and close it off. There we go. Same thing up in here. Close off that zip tie, snip that guy off, and that one. Then I'm gonna pull this back and cut the wire loom, not the wire. That'll do. And then just work it into place. Perfect. Now if I try to do wire loom from here to around the backside here, everything just kind of fits really tight and I'm not able to pull this wire much further down. So it's just gonna ride here along the bottom. But everything there looks pretty well protected. And up here, if I were to go and hit this with a snow brush or something to clear some snow off, I wouldn't have to worry about this wire being abused or ripped. So I'm happy to have that wire loom over it. Then we're gonna take our chute clearing stick and put that back on. That's a tight fit there. Holy cow. And then reconnect the spark plug. I'll tell you what, this all looks really cool up here. Check that out. That looks awesome. That auger light's now all hooked up. So if you're ready, I'm ready. Let's go fire it up. All right, time to go play in the dark. There we go. How are we looking? Look at that. That looks great. Woo! That really does a nice job of lighting everything up in front of me. That is terrific. From up here, look at that. I can see way out in front of me now. Let's flip on my heated hand grips here. Let's get those fired up. Oh, that didn't take long. Those babies are heating right up. Good. Now, all this light that you see right here, this is strictly from the light up on the dash. I covered up the headlight on the auger housing. Let's take that cover off. Boom. Brightens everything right up. That is pretty cool. Now, if for some reason your light is not working, be sure to check your prong connections up at the headlight to make sure they're lined up, as well as the prongs inside these plugs. Make sure that everything is linked up correctly. Now, here's what I like about this auger housing LED light kit. This definitely adds a lot more light in front of me. This is perfect for my dark sidewalk along the side of my house. And this modification comes with some safety benefits. I'm able to see better what's just ahead of me, so I don't run over a branch, for example, with the blower. Also, as I peek the snowblower out just past the high snowbanks at the end of my driveway, drivers are gonna be able to see me a lot better. This modification worked perfect with everything else that I got going on here, with the LED headlight up here on the dash and the heated hand grips. And if you're interested in installing heated hand grips on your Ariens snowblower, check out my video link down below in the description. The instructions were crystal clear and easy to follow. Ariens always does a really good job with their manuals. They always have. And if you have a weight kit on the front end of your snowblower, Ariens even shows you how to work around that too. Pretty cool. Now, there wasn't much, but here's what grinds my gears with this auger housing LED light kit. Will those little stick-on pads break off? We'll see. I have to wonder if another JB clamp like this, mounted right to that bolt right there, would have done a better job holding that cable in place. I also think that the wire loom covering the wire going back to the engine offers another layer of protection. The wires coming down from the handlebars have it, and perhaps this cable should have it too. Next, availability. As of the filming of this video, this light was back ordered on the Ariens website. I searched high and low on Amazon and couldn't find it there. And when Ariens came out with their last LED headlight, it took like a year for a link to become available. So as soon as a link becomes available, I'll have one down below. And thank you very much for supporting the channel. To get my hands on these LED light kits, I decided to reach out to my local dealer, Schaub Power Equipment in West Seneca, New York. I like supporting my local businesses, and I purchased two of them. One for my Ariens Deluxe here, and one for my Professional 32. And if you're in the Buffalo area, and you're looking to pick up a new snowblower, or some other related gear, reach out to them and tell them that JB sent you. I'll have their contact information link down below. I'm definitely happy with this purchase and with the amount of light this snowblower now provides. I could just wear a headlamp. True, but this makes this snowblower look way cooler. And if you want to make your snowblower last a lifetime, check out my snowblower rust proofing course, link down below. If you want to be part of the tribe, subscribe, and for more cool garage gear content, click or tap the screen right here. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you in the garage.